This African coastline was once the world's busiest ocean highway. Stretching from Somalia to Mozambique, the Swahili Coast was a vibrant tapestry of cultures, commerce, and innovation. For centuries, this region served as the beating heart of Indian Ocean trade, connecting Africa with the distant shores of Arabia, India, and China. The story of the Swahili Coast begins with a remarkable fusion of cultures. As Bantu-speaking peoples migrated from the African interior towards the coast, they encountered Arab and Persian traders who had long plied these waters. This meeting of worlds gave birth to a unique Swahili culture, blending African traditions with Islamic influences. The result was a society as diverse and dynamic as the ocean that sustained it. Along this bustling coastline, great port cities rose to prominence. Kilwa, with its grand palace and sprawling mosque, became a powerhouse of gold trade. Mombasa, strategically positioned on an island, grew into a formidable fortress city, and Zanzibar, the Spice Island, filled the air with the heady scents of cloves and cinnamon. These urban centers were more than just marketplaces. They were crucibles of culture, learning, and artistic expression. The lifeblood of the Swahili Coast was trade, and the goods that flowed through its ports were as diverse as they were valuable. From the African interior came gold, sought after by merchants from across the known world. Ivory, prized for its beauty and versatility, was shipped in great quantities. Exotic spices, aromatic woods, and even enslaved people were among the exports that made Swahili merchants wealthy beyond imagination. In return, ships from distant lands brought treasures that captured the imagination of African elites. Delicate Chinese porcelain, so fine it was almost translucent, graced the tables of Swahili nobility. Vibrant silks and cottons from India draped the shoulders of wealthy traders, and intricate glassware from the Middle East sparkled in the African sun. These luxury goods were not just symbols of status. They were tangible proof of the Swahili Coast's global connections. At the heart of this maritime empire were the dhows, sleek wooden vessels that had plied these waters for millennia. Swahili sailors were masters of these ships, using their intimate knowledge of wind and wave to navigate vast distances. They understood the rhythm of the monsoons, timing their voyages to catch favorable winds. This mastery of the sea allowed Swahili traders to venture as far as China, long before European ships would dare to round the Cape of Good Hope. But the Swahili Coast was more than just a conduit for goods. It was a highway for ideas. The Swahili language itself, a blend of Bantu grammar with Arabic and Persian loanwords, became the lingua franca of Indian Ocean trade. Islam spread along these sea routes, finding fertile ground in the cosmopolitan port cities. The architecture of the coast reflected this cultural exchange, with coral stone mosques rising alongside African-style palaces. In the marketplaces and coffee houses of Swahili cities, merchants from across the Indian Ocean world met to exchange not just goods, but knowledge. Mathematical concepts, astronomical observations, and medical practices flowed as freely as the trade winds. The Swahili Coast became a melting pot of cultures, where African, Arab, Persian, and Indian influences combined to create something entirely new. This golden age of trade and cultural exchange would face its greatest challenge in the early 16th century. Portuguese ships, armed with cannons and driven by dreams of empire, arrived on the Swahili Coast. Unlike previous visitors who had come to trade, the Portuguese came to conquer. Their arrival marked a turning point in the region's history, disrupting centuries of peaceful commerce and cultural exchange. The Portuguese, seeking to control the lucrative spice trade, attacked and occupied key Swahili ports. Mombasa's formidable Fort Jesus, built by the Portuguese but later reclaimed by Swahili rulers, stands as a testament to this tumultuous period. The once mighty city of Kilwa fell into decline, its grand buildings crumbling as trade routes shifted. Yet even as Portuguese cannons thundered along the coast, the resilience of Swahili culture shone through. Many cities resisted foreign domination, forging alliances with Ottoman Turks or Omani Arabs. The Swahili language and Islamic faith continued to spread even as political power waned. The legacy of the Swahili coast lived on in the intricate patterns of kanga cloth, in the rhythms of taarab music, and in the spice-laden cuisine that still delights palates today. The story of the Swahili coast is a powerful reminder that Africa was not a passive recipient of global influences, but an active shaper of world history. Long before European ships circumnavigated the globe, African traders were building international networks that spanned thousands of miles. The wealth generated by this trade funded great works of art and architecture, many of which still stand today as silent witnesses to past glories. As we uncover more about the Swahili coast's history, we gain a fuller picture of Africa's central role in world affairs. Archaeological excavations continue to reveal new wonders, from sunken ships laden with porcelain to buried cities waiting to be rediscovered. Each find adds another piece to the puzzle, helping us understand the true scope and sophistication of this African-led trade network. The legacy of the Swahili coast extends far beyond its physical boundaries. Its influence can be seen in the Swahili loanwords that pepper languages across the Indian Ocean world, in the Islamic traditions that took root in Southeast Asia, and in the African-inspired artistic motifs that found their way into Chinese porcelain designs. This cultural cross-pollination, facilitated by centuries of trade, has left an indelible mark on human civilization. Today, as we sail into an increasingly interconnected world, the lessons of the Swahili coast remain relevant. It stands as a powerful example of how trade can foster cultural exchange and mutual understanding between diverse peoples. It reminds us that innovation often occurs at the intersection of different cultures, and that some of history's greatest achievements have come from collaboration across borders. The bustling ports of the Swahili coast may have faded from their former glory, but their story continues to inspire. It challenges us to reconsider our understanding of world history and to recognize the pivotal role that Africa has played in shaping global commerce and culture. As we uncover more about this fascinating chapter of human history, we gain a deeper appreciation for the complex tapestry of our shared past. Africa's ports built the world. Let us tell their story. Subscribe to learn more about the hidden histories that shaped our global civilization.